My attorney said you wanted to see me.
Couldn't you figure that out for yourself?
Scotty, I'd be here with you every minute if I could.
Yeah, the object is to get us both as far away from here as possible.
No. Did you read this morning's paper?
Oh, I heard it on the radio.
Well, it didn't surprise you, did it? I mean, Monica had to say something.
Will any of it hold up?
She's got a vivid imagination, Scotty.
I know what you're trying to do, but it's not going to help me if you get yourself thrown back in here when I get out.
Don't worry. I'll be fine.
But you got to be careful, you know, because you're a suspect, and they're going to be watching you.
Scotty, I'll do anything. Anything to get you out of here.
All you gotta do is wait, okay? Because I'm gonna be out of here. The Quartermaines are gonna convict themselves. They don't need your help.
I only want to help you.
I know. Well, that's what you're doing, but if you got anything else to say about Monica, just save it for court. Because if you do anything else, you're gonna be back in here before you know it.
Why are you so insistent that Scorpio's going to find the papers?
Why are you so convinced he won't?
Why are you both screaming?
Yes, Monica's right. There's no point in arguing. Susan said she had the original documents. Now, if Scorpio hasn't found them by now, the chances are he never will.
Well, where are they? Don't tell me Tolliver's had them all these years.
Well, probably, until he gave them to Susan. That is, unless she was lying.
Well, they weren't in the cottage on the night of the murder.
Look, Alan, please, I have a dreadful headache. Now, all we can do is what Edward has said over and over again, is just be convinced that they are someplace where no one can find them.
What about the copies?
What copies?
The ones in Wharton's safe.
Destroyed on my orders. I wasn't going to let Robert Scorpio get his hands on them.
Oh, what now, Stella?
Commissioner Scorpio's here again.
Oh, no.
What does Dick Tracy want now?
Just a question. Admit to me that Crane Tolliver was using Susan Baldwin to blackmail you.
What can I help you with? You can let me thank you for the job, and I'd like to pick up my final paycheck.
Final? What? Wait, listen, if you got a beef, you
Oh,
can
no, nothing like that. It's just that it's time to be moving on. I told you when I took this job that I never stay in the city any more than a few weeks.
Okay. Listen, jobs are hard to find these days.
I know. But when you get the feeling it's time to go, there's no sense in fighting it. The older you get, the more your bones tell you what's going on, that it's time to move out.
All right. That's what you want. Listen, come back and I'll have the check for you later, all right?
Thanks.
Where are you headed?
Onward, upward, maybe backward. I just know it's time.
I really would like an answer to my question. Any volunteers?
Would you mind repeating it?
Not at all. Would you admit that Crane Tolliver was blackmailing you and using Susan to do it?
Your accusation's preposterous.
Alan is right. It doesn't deserve an answer.
Yes, but nevertheless, I want one. Edward?
Tolliver was a part of Lila's life a long time ago. I simply had no interest in the man she was married to for such a brief period of time.
Then you didn't know that they never divorced?
Damn it, you have got to stop saying that.
Why?
Because it's simply not true. They were divorced.
Be reasonable, Robert. Now, you know my mother quite well. I've heard you say more often than once how much you admire her.
I do.
You think she's the kind of woman who's capable of bigamy?
Not knowingly, no.
Then why do you keep insisting that there was no divorce? What kind of proof proof do you have?
Look, I've told you, I put the whole thing through the computer, and there is no divorce on record.
And I'm telling you, the computer made a mistake. I have one myself. The damn thing's constantly getting things fouled up.
All right, granted. Computers can make mistakes, but it generally comes back to the person that programmed it. But sure, mistakes can occur.
Definitely.
But I assure you, people make more mistakes than computers do. And the consequences are generally far more dire. Thank you for your cooperation.
Well, since no one else is going to say it, I might as well. Robert Scorpio is a very clever man.
This is a hell of a time to start paying the man compliments, Monica.
I'm not. I'm acknowledging a fact. Has it occurred to either one of you that every time he questions us, he never reveals a thing about what he's thinking? And more importantly, what he's planning?
Well, his ultimate plan is quite obvious. He's building a murder charge around one of us.
Well, considering all three of us, I would think I would be the most likely candidate. That's a position I'm not really thrilled about.
Yeah, well, if misery loves company, move over, because I think I'm just as much suspect as you are, Monica.
Why?
Well, think, Alan. The man knows about Tolliver.
I must say that worries me, too.
Worries you? Why, it builds terror in my heart.
I do think you're overreacting, though.
Overreacting?
That's so helpful, Ellen. How did you come up with this brilliant conclusion?
Because if Scorpio had the facts, he would arrest one of us, Monica.
That's a good point.
Thank you, Father.
Which brings us right back to what I've been saying all along. Our only recourse is to stick together.
We don't admit anything.
Stonewall it.
Sure. I mean, he can collect all the facts he wants to. If we don't admit anything, then he can't prove anything.
There's one thing I'm sure he can't prove, and that is that Tolliver was involved in that blackmail scheme. You know, suspecting something is one thing, but proving it is quite another.
If he could prove it, he would have come across the illegitimacy clause in the will.
Ah, enter dear old cousin Herbert, who swoops in and collects all the Quartermaine money.
Don't even think about that.
Edward, we have to think it. We have to consider all the possibilities. For instance, what if Scorpio finds out exactly what Tolliver has had in mind? I mean, that would make us prime suspects with a terrific motive for murder.
Yes, I'm afraid you're right. Well, obviously, we have to come up with some kind of an effective method to counteract Scorpio.
Well, I agree with you. We should stand united.
Yes. I mean, the best offense is a good defense.
Exactly. You know, I've been wondering about something.
What?
Well, every man has his price, and that includes Scorpio. I was just wondering if he could be bought off.
Don't even consider it.
No, Edward, Scorpio is not that type of man.
I mean, really, we're in enough trouble now. You try and buy off the police commissioner, he's going to throw the book at us.
Well, I'm afraid you're right. Well, it was just a thought.
Yeah, well, you can get rid of that thought immediately.
What do you suggest we do instead, Monica?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. Nothing. That's the wisest choice. We sit tight, we say nothing, and we let Scorpio make the next move.
Hello. Interrupting, but I have got a great idea.
You're not interrupting at all. Come on in. Gosh, you look fantastic. Have you got a dinner date or something?
Well, thank you. No, I am on my way over to Claudia's for her bridal shower, and I want you to come with me.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of you, but I don't think I'd better.
Oh, Holly, come on. It'll be fun.
Oh, I'm sure it will be, but I just, it's at Leslie's, isn't it?
Yes, Leslie and Amy are giving it together.
Well, I think it would be just a little awkward for me to be around Leslie, you know, and probably for her, me too. I just think I'll pass.
Oh, Holly, you'll be sorry. It's going to be a real good time.
Well, maybe, but I'll make up for it. Good times are what I want right now. The more the merrier.
You sound determined.
Time? Oh, I am. It's the new me. I hope you approve.
Well, there's nothing wrong with wanting to enjoy life.
Oh, I'm going to do much more than that, you know. I'm going to live it up right to the hilt.
Well, I didn't know we had company. Nice to see you, Bobbie.
Thank you, Robert. I'm not company.
Oh?
I'm off. I'm going to Claudia's bridal shower.
Bobbie invited me to go too, but I passed.
Well, I'm glad. I need the benefit of your agile little brain to help me unravel some new information.
Well, my agile brain is all yours, but it's not little.
I know that, darling, just a figure of speech. Actually, you know, Holly's been quite a help to me.
I'm sure. Well, have fun.
And, nice to see you, Bobbie.
Same here, Robert.
Say hello to everyone for me.
I will.